planning for this?
Welcome back, TPR Nation. This is your host, Micah Shalansky, and with another mini pod, tips from the trenches. You know, so often we get into our practice, we get into working with clients, we get into working in our business. We're not stepping back and not just working on our business, but stepping back and looking at it from the outside in. Really, really important. What is your client process like? What is your prospect process like? Now, we've done webinars just on this. We talk about a lot in our Backstage Pass about how we effectively communicate things in these processes. And our goal is to DMV, deliver massive value every time we communicate with our clients. And sometimes it's more challenging than not with little communications, right? But that is absolutely our goal and that you should attain for as well. And, you know, a little bit of, total fail on my end. I'll go ahead and share that. Then I want to talk about kind of these processes and how to look at them on the outside in. There was a while I was getting, and I'm sure I still do this at some point, I was getting so involved in that delivery and saying my main focus is to deliver value to clients, to help them in their areas of financial planning, help their money grow, help them retire, etc. I really wasn't paying attention to what was going on outside my office building with people coming in, with what signage they were going to see, with all of these things. Something came up, we had to make a disclosure change to this and that. So we had one of those old, those old signs that you would actually like push letters on and up there, black and white, really cheesy and ugly. So we had to change something up. So our receptionist at the time went up, changed the sign. And in fact, not only that, I was apparently so cheap and so blind, she just reused letters that were the wrong sizes, right? So capital letters were wrong and like all of this kind of bad stuff that was there. And not only did we have that sign, not only did it get approved to get up there, not only did I look at it every time I came into the office and didn't even see it, this went on for months at a time. And then finally, one of my top clients called me out on it in the middle of the office. We got done with him. He was in the office. We had a meeting with him and his wife. Everything went really well. We stepped out of the office and he saw that sign, and he was self-employed in the past, and he put his hand on my shoulder. He's like, all right, Micah. All right, I got to bring this up. It's been too long. And I said, what? And he pulls me aside. He walks me out my office door and he says, here's what I see walking in. And he pointed out every blemish that he saw walking into my office, right? He said a little bit of this paint is peeling up in this corner. You walk in and how come, there's all this ice melt? It was in the wintertime. He's like, how come there's all this ice melt and gravel on this? Yes, it's wintertime, but you need to fix that. He walks in, he says, what is that sign? Are you homeless? Do you not have any money? Are we not paying you enough? How come you have this? And he walked me through, and I got to say it was painful, right? To have someone and a client, and I respect him, he's such a great guy, but he was doing it out of love and saying, no, these are real things that you need to fix. And sure enough, that was my impetus, and we changed it that week. All of that stuff was getting changed in one foul swoop. And it took a client to push me down and put it one step at a time and show me these things. Clearly, he was a raving fan. If you haven't read that, if you haven't read that book, you should go and read it, Raving Fans, and it talks a lot about this. But how many prospects, how many clients, how many people walked in my office would have never said anything about this, conscious or subconscious, that would have been a decision not to work with us? What does your office look like? If you walked in from the outside for the first time, what would you see? What are things you are tolerating, you are putting up with right now that would send red flag signals, but you're saying, you know what, it's good enough? Well, guess what? Good enough seldom is, right? So how do you need to improve those things? So action steps for you this week. I want you to start with your office. Now, whether you're doing digital meetings, awesome. Go through your Zoom process. What does that look like? From the emails that go out to the initial waiting room that happens to all of these other things, to the webcam, to your setup. What does that actually look like? When you go into your physical office, what does that look like? What is everything a client or a prospect sees? Another way we've done it is go in with a video camera. Then we go back and watch it. It's amazing when you watch it on a video camera, the things you see that you didn't see in person. I don't know how that is, right? So these are really important things. So that's your action step for this week. Go and improve your A game. Make your office experience even better to make your clients more comfortable to work with you. Until next time, happy planning.
Hold on before we go. Something that you need to know. This isn't tax, legal, or investment advice. That isn't our intent. Information designed to change lives. Financial planning can make you thrive. Start today, don't think twice. Be a better husband, father, mother, and wife.